Hey everyone, this is Connor Larkin with my email of the week. Each week I'll be sharing with you my number one performing email. I'll share how I came up with it, why I wrote it the way I did, and the data behind the email. The data I'm allowed to share anyways. But going into this week, it's going to be more self-defense. The reason being is because there's a really interesting promo that we're doing right now with the live stream event that's coming up. And if you haven't seen my last video, I highly suggest you go back and see it because there was one line I wrote that completely pivoted a promotion we were doing. We created a whole new promotion because of it, and it's doing really well. And I want to go more into that promotion today. And the big takeaway you're going to get from today's video is the fact that when you launch some type of promotion, typically when you send out that first email, the sales do really well at the start, taper off in the middle, and then towards the end, when there's scarcity and time involved, all of a sudden you get another boost in sales. Well, I had a really interesting email during the middle of a promotion that got us a really good boost in sales, and I want to share that with you today. So let's dive into it. So first, I want to share with you how I came up with this email. Now, when it comes to researching on stuff that you can write emails for, there's Google News, current events, YouTube, Amazon, Reddit. There's just a whole plethora of things that you can look at. But another really good tactic I use is I actually join a ton of email lists and see what other people are writing about, what angles they're taking, why they're writing about certain things. Maybe they're writing about a certain angle multiple times. Does that mean it's performing well? Maybe I should write an email like that. This one was actually just a straight value-based email from a guy named Justin Goff. If you don't follow him, I highly suggest you join his email list at things like justingoff.com and you just apply to be on it. And he gave some gold nuggets recently in a little email series he did. And what he talked about was the psychology of men and why they buy. And in the first part of this series, he talked about the whole angle of anger. And anger is really important because guys understand it. When you're selling to men, they understand anger because other types of emotion, when they feel sad, guilty, they don't really understand that, but they understand anger. And so towards the part right here, he started talking about the survival niche a little bit. And it was really interesting. He right here is what inspired me to write an email on this. So in survival, you'll see copy about Joe Biden's ruining the economy, crimes taking over once peaceful neighborhoods, gas prices going through the roof, the woke mobs plan to eliminate men because they're a danger to society. These things are all fueled by anger. And this typically, with 60-year-olds, conservative men, does well. Well, the list I'm writing for is probably 35 to 65-year-old men. So they're kind of in that stage. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try this angle out and see how it does. Because what I've been doing is talking about, the live stream event. And now I'm like, why don't I relate with these people? Let's see how that does. So I'll share with you the email I wrote based off the inspiration from Justin. So based off what I read from Justin, I was like, I'm going to try this angle. So I started with the subject line, let's be honest. The reason I did that is because this specific list really relates with this, the person who, is the face of this business. And when I said, let's be honest, I wanted to spark a curiosity base where this list is like, what do we need to be honest about? And so it goes into here. It's time to get real here. The economy gets worse every day. Inflation is out of control. My grocery bill the other day hit levels I thought it never would. And don't even get me started on gas prices. Now, what I'm doing is I'm relating with them right there. I'm talking about a problem that's going through me personally, but they know but it's going through them on the real on this. So that's why I really did that. I said it was me, but it's really we. And then we go here. I took this line from Justin. It's just such a good line. Crime is taking over once peaceful neighborhoods. There's even people violently destroying restaurants because they are charging for dipping sauces. Now, when I wrote this email, this was all over the conservative media. These people got really pissed because the restaurant had to charge for dipping sauces and they just absolutely destroyed it. So I used that because I knew that was a point that people were seeing in the news. Not to mention the multiple mass shootings this year, yet all we see on the news is political banter. It's ridiculous. I'm sure some of you are frustrated and angry. I am too. Again, I'm relating with them. I'm saying, hey, I know you're frustrated and angry. I am too. Don't worry. It's not just you. And I'm not here to be the bearer of bad news, but it's my duty to let you know that the rise in violence is here, and I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. All the science and data correlate. That's honest. There's a bunch. I've been writing emails prior talking about the data that's been coming out on the rise in crime based off statistics I used New York, Wisconsin. There's Michigan, another one I used. And also I go into here and it says, you must know how to protect yourself, your family, and your lifestyle. It's to the point where you need to be your own first responder. Now, that was another pinpoint that I heard that people were pissed off about because, first responders aren't responding as quickly as they used to. And I'm here to make that a reality for you. See what I mean in the link below. Click here, stay safe, and then the sign off right here. Now, you see what I did right here? I didn't really give it away that I was doing a live stream event. I just said, hey, click here to see, how you can counter all this stuff that's going on in the world. And the email performed really well. The list size was 35,000. The open rate was 44.3%. I know iOS S15, it kind of iffies it, but these were higher than normal open rates for us. And the click-through rate was 2.8%. I like to have between 1% and 3%. If it's over 3, great, but that's typically what I shoot for in each email. And the sales did about $3,000, which is awesome. One email, we got $3,000 worth of sales in the middle of a promotion. Nice little boost. So this was an awesome email. So the big takeaway here is 2 things. Get on email lists, see what they're talking about. Can it inspire you to write, anything that you're writing for your clients? And then also use the anger. If you're writing to men, use the angle of anger. It worked really well here. I'm going to be using it more into the final promotion as we get into, the time scarcity and stuff. So yeah, this was awesome. So if you have any questions, comment below. You can email me. Please subscribe to my channel. It just helps the algorithm, I guess, or something. But yeah, I'm just here to help and get email copywriters better. So have a great day, everyone.